Hello, welcome to an edition of Coffee Talk with Immigration and Lerner. Hope you all had a good weekend. In this particular episode, I'd like to talk about the F-1, which is not going to apply be a very good stepping stone for getting to where you eventually want to be. Now, first of all, it's known as optional. And generally speaking, there's lots of little rules about when you should apply, how late you can apply, how so forth. But more or less, you become eligible about 90 days, give or take, to apply for OPT. And you have a number of years of school, the proper amount, whether it's your bachelor, because you do get more. So if you do a whole bachelor's, you get basically a year OPT. Go back to get a master's, you get another year of OPT and so forth. The OPT is something where you work, or somewhere where you work in a field has something to do with what you went to school in. And it's not like immigration's going to come to your door and confirm that this is the case, but obviously of this in which to be able to get some, good experience. Now, with the generally and most of the time, people believe they need to go and get a employer to sponsor them, which, by the way, is a whole lot easier than getting, for example, an H-1B or an O-1, where they have to actually sponsor you and then do a whole bunch of petition work and sign a bunch of, statements and so forth. With the OPT, the work permit will be issued by immigration based upon your schooling, and then all you have to do is show your work permit, and then you can go work your company. Now, start their own business, regardless of what their degree. For example, they get a business degree, and obviously anything related to business. Start any kind of business, doing whatever you want. So, any business degree, finance, marketing, economics. A lot of times people go to some kind of music school, some kind of art school, acting school, whatever it is, and they want to start their own business, or they want to, again, get their own business, but then they want to contract out themselves to different employers, because a lot of times, again, as soon as you mention immigration, nobody wants you, right? I mean, because they've got 300 other people who don't have an immigration issue standing at the door ready to take the job. So the fact that they're, if they could hire you without any issues, that certainly would be in your benefit. So one way is to start your own business where the business itself is your service. Now, the reason I bring this up is because let's say you get a year, okay, where you can start your own business on an OPT. Then, if you come from a country that has a treaty with the U.S., you can then change from F1 to E2, okay? I have lots of other videos on E2, but the E2 itself is generally where someone invests $1,000 in the business and go at it, right? But with an FD, you can start your own business, and you don't have to worry about having the amount of money invested before you start. Because with a normal E2, we can't submit the E2 unless pretty much all the money's invested and doors are essentially ready to be open for business. The rent is paid, everything ahead of time. People that call and say, well, this is what I'm going to do when I get the E2. I said, no, it doesn't work like that. You have to invest the money, show it's at risk, get the rent, have the utility statements, have the transfers completed and all that But with an F-1 OPT, you don't have to do any of that. As long as you're the business you're running has something one way or another to do with your degree, you'll be able to do it. And all you're going to need is really to open up the office, have a little money in the bank, and then you have 1 year in which to actually invest the money, so that keeping in mind that as you invest the money over the following year, by time you need to do a change of status to E2, or we file an E2 at the U.S. consulate, we will show that you had the money invested. And here you get the opportunity not only to open your business, you get the opportunity to have time, company running, to invest the money, to do what you need to do to that the business is going to be successful. Then you change to E2, okay, when everything's all said and done. And it's really a great opportunity to move from the F1 to the E2, and then eventually you can go to the green card, but that's another 15 videos for another time. But the the path which you can take here is really fortunate if you know what you're doing. So there's lots of countries that do have treaties with the U.S. that do. So go ahead and give me a call, set up a consultation if you like. I'll give more information on what's necessary for the E2. Of course, you do the F1 OPT and then start your own business, and I'll let you know step by step what you need to do during that year you have your own business to gear up to have a good E2 for a nice. Okay, so if you like the video, click like, and we'll have more videos coming up. Thank you.